Hi guys, I'm Mark, I'm an oyster boy, and today I'm going to be brewing DEYA's Dust My Broom Pale Ale, which is a recipe kit that I've picked up from Malt Miller. This one comes with just over 6.5 kilos of grain. That includes some oats, some CaraGold, some super pale malt and some wheat malt. And then for the hops, we've got Simcoe, Strata and Chinook as well. That's paired up with 2 packets of yeast. I've gone for the dry yeast options, which are LalBrew's New England yeast and I think WHC's Haze Heaven. And I'm going to go outside and get this mashed in now. Grain father set up and ready to go at 70 degrees. Anyone that knows me knows that hazy pale ales are really my thing. So I'm going to be really looking forward to trying this one. I'm going to go get it doughed in, we'll get it fermented out, and I'll catch up with you in a few weeks when me and Penny are going to be, hopefully weather dependent, out in the garden trying this beer. Cheers. Okay, so like I said, we're going to be mashing in at 70 degrees here, just over 6.5 kilos of grain going into the mash today. I've already done the water profiling. There are quite a lot of bits of information in the recipe about the water profile. However, I chose to ignore them all and go with the verdant water profile, which I've used previously for sundialer and for even sharks need water. Looking at the amount of grain that we've got going in and the water that we've got going in, I think we're going to end up with a bit of a thick mash here, so I will probably have to sort of recirculate a little bit to get some of that water from the bottom mixed in around the top. And then we will set this off running. I don't think I'll take any footage of the hops going in because it's just one big whirlpool edition, so the next thing you'll see is me and Penny getting ready to drink this beer. Hi guys, I'm Mark.
I'm Penny.
And we are the Oyster Boys, and today we're back with another beer review, one that I'm very excited about.
Would you say this is your favourite brew right now?
It's between them and Verdant.
Yeah?
It's always between them and Verdant, really, isn't it?
And there's a new pub that's just opened up that's got it on draft. Another pub, should I say, it's got on draft.
Did you go in Chester? Oh, the Jolly Gardeners.
Yes, they got DEYA on draft, haven't they?
I think they've got. Well, they've definitely got Verdant Light Bulb on. I think they've got. I think they've had Steady Rolling Man on as well. That may be a lie, but definitely want to go and check that out as well. This is, I think, the second DEYA like official type recipe that we've done. So the first one was from the Modern Home Brewer book, which was the Invoice Me for the Microphone one.
Oh yeah, that was very good.
That was really, really good. And then this one is from the Malt Miller's newest Brew With Us series of videos.
Yes.
Where they've been down to DEYA and they made this beer with them. I think Martin did the dry hop edition or the Whirlpool hop edition in this can of beer. So we'll be able to see.
I'll do this particular batch?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So we'll be able to do a real side-by-side.
Yes.
See who's a better brewer, me or Martin.
So one of the interesting things you were saying is obviously they've used 2 yeasts in this beer.
Yes, they have, yeah. So DEYA used 2 yeasts.
But they wouldn't say what it was.
And they can't give away the keys to the castle, can they, mate? So the guys at Malt Miller, they give you a couple of options or a couple of suggestions. Ultimately, you can use whatever yeast you want when you buy these kits. But the suggestions that they gave were WHC, Haze Heaven and LalBrew's New England, which are the ones that I went for, which are the dry yeast options. They did say that if you were feeling absolutely flush with cash, that you could go for White Lab's London Fog.
Okay.
Which they do actually do a dry version of as well, but even the dry version on the White Lab's dry yeast is still expensive. So it'd be London Fog and Tropic Ale. But I think for just the yeasts alone, if you were to do that, it's £27 for the yeast. Now the base kit itself is 60 quid.
It's going to be expensive anyway.
So it's going to be a price kit anyway. I didn't really want to add another £27 for yeast on
Get
the top
to the point where it is cheaper just to buy the beer.
But I knew, even before I tried this beer, looking at the recipe, I knew I'd like it because there's a 340 gram dry hop edition.
Wow.
Isn't
that more than Boss Nipa that you did?
Probably.
Yeah.
And if you go back and you watch the videos that the guys at the Malt Mill have done, they've dialed that back from what the 1-to-1 ratio would be when they scale down the recipe. And that, like, they've dialed it back quite a bit to reduce the cost on the kit, and it's made like little difference to what they said. So it was a really, really good kit to make. The brew day was pretty easy. There were some notable things which I think are worth calling out, is like mash at 70 degrees. Pretty high mash temp, so we should be left with some residual sweetness. Shouldn't attenuate out too far. I don't really think I've done any other beers that are mashed that high. I think even with Boss Nipa or with sort of any other Nipas. Oh, it's pronounced Nipa. Probably was the last big Nipa that I did, and that was a year ago now.
Yeah.
That I think was at 68 or 69. So mashed at 70 was fairly high. But in a way, I didn't really do any mash out because normally I do like 60 whatever and then a mash out of 75 and then the boil.
But there's no mash out on this.
So I didn't bother with the mash out because it was already at 70 degrees anyway. I just going up another 5 degrees. What's the point? So I just went straight from the mash to the boil stage. Well, spot, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And then when you are boiling it, it's a shorter boil.
Okay.
Because I think on the trial and error stuff that the guy at the Malt Miller had done, they said that when they did a 60-minute boil, the colour was coming out too dark. But they didn't want to change the malt selection too much, so they reduced the boil time because there's no bittering addition at the start of the boil. So all of the bitterness, all the IBUs come from the whirlpool because you maintain the whirlpool at 80 degrees using the heating element in the grain father as your whirlpool in the hops.
Yeah.
So you get your bitterness that way.
What? So the longer you boil it, it changes the colour.
Well, it can do, because you'll get caramelisation of the sugars while you're boiling,
of course, yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. So there was a couple of really like cool standout bits.
Yeah. You're already going to get sweetness, aren't you? Because of that 70-degree mash, so you don't need to caramelise it in the boil.
No, exactly. But I thought there was just some really cool little point out bits where this is maybe a little bit different from a normal like lager brew day that you might do, which would traditionally, like especially lager brews, would always have a really long boil time. If you look at some of the older recipes we did when they're boiling for like 90-minute boils and stuff like that to drive off DMS and stuff, it's like this is going the complete opposite way. 45-minute boil, which meant for it would have been a nice quick brew day, but whilst I was sort of then trying to do the whirlpool, while I was doing the whirlpool, quite a long whirlpool, and then to drop the temperature after the whirlpool before transferring it into the fermenter, there was so much hop matter in the kettle that it was just,
Oh, so couldn't suck it from the pump?
Yeah, the pump was slow.
Did you use the tray?
Didn't use the tray. I don't use the tray because I feel like I'm too risk about burning on the element. Because we scorched the element a couple of times when you used the... yeah, so that's the penny salt with the false bottom that we sometimes use in the grain father.
Yeah, but other than that once.
Yeah.
That's only because I forgot to put the plug in.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. But yeah, all in all, a really, really good brew day, but bit of a slow transfer into the fermenter. Cooled it down to, I think, maybe 15 degrees before pitch the yeast, and then you let it free rise up to 19 for the duration of the fermentation. Instructions say then to ramp the temperature at the end of fermentation up to 20-something degrees for a forced diastill rest.
Okay.
But I used ALDC.
All right.
At the pitch and the yeast time.
Okay.
So I don't bother with the diastill rest because of that, and then I use ALDC while I dry hop as well to remove the risk. Didn't add any clarity this time, so it's not gluten free. I don't think on this one. It doesn't need to be clear, but anyone with the gluten intolerance can just go swivel on this one, or they can just play through the pain. I've got the beer on tap inside.
Okay.
It's in the kegerator. So if you want to get this into these two glasses,
of course, mate. I
will go and pour us 2 other glasses, and we can see how they look. It's pretty much spot on. I think that the homebrew one is slightly, tiny, marginally darker.
Do you think? I don't think it is. I think you're being a bit harsh on yourself.
Actually, when you move it away from the other one, it's. I think the shadow of one was going off the other.
Yeah. I think, mate, they are.
That's it. So I'll have to keep track on it now. So the homebrew one's on the outside.
On the outside, okay.
On the outside. So, looks wise.
I think that might be the closest we've ever done to a clone.
Think?
Yeah, do you not think?
I think you might be right. Just give them a little swirl, make sure the head's all the same colour.
You're getting the
nice low carbonation on these, isn't it? Because it's, or it feels like low carbonation, but we should have a really nice mouthfeel on these beers. Yeah, I think that you couldn't get closer than that.
No.
And I think for my kind of beer, when I'm looking for a beer that I like the look of, mate, got to take that. It's lovely. You can't see anything through it. The colour's fantastic.
It's got that, that lilty sort of colour, if that makes sense.
Because you know it's going to be tropical, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
You know it's going to be tropical. What's it going to be, a 10 all round? It's a 10 for me.
I'm going to give it 9.8.
Yeah, solid though, isn't it? So, do you want to go in and sniff the original?
Yeah, absolutely.
The original's the middle one.
Oh, yep, sorry.
I know it's hard to tell. Yeah, it's great, isn't it? It doesn't...
It's funny because it says on the can the pininess, And you can get it because although it has got like that front smell of the fruitiness and a bit of the orange, it has got that pininess there as well, if that makes sense. Because some of them you get, it's almost like super sweet smell.
Yeah.
Well, that's not. It's sort of balanced up with that a little bit, the pininess at the end as well.
Now, I would expect that when we smell the homebrew one, it's more zingy and vibrant. Only
fresher,
because this one was kegged.
It?
Pardon?
We're smelling it? No, yeah, go on.
I'm just going to tell you, it was kegged on Tuesday.
Okay.
And today is Sunday.
So very fresh.
So it's very, very fresh.
But very similar.
Yeah.
I suppose yours, the piney note's a little bit toned down, but not much, again.
But I think the fruity stuff, especially when you give it a bit of a swirl, those fruity...
It's just I'd say yours is a more, say yours is sweeter.
Yeah.
But it's the same... It's like a guitar. It's it's a different key, but it's the same.
Yeah.
It's the same notes.
It's like Morecambe and Wise. It's all the right notes, not necessarily in the right order. Yeah.
That's great.
So similar as well, isn't it? And because as well as the really nice hop aromas, there's some really, really nice sort of malty notes in there as well, which I think is. But I'm going to give the homebrew one.
What are you going to give it?
I'm going to give it a 9.
I'm going to give it a 9 as well.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
Yeah. Maybe we had a fresher can.
We've had nicer ones, nicer smelling beers, but it still smells great.
Should we taste the original?
Yeah.
The OG?
Yeah. Cheers.
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 Cheers, guys.
Cheers. Wow.
Yeah.
It doesn't taste 5.8%.
No. Sleeper. Well, I think actually, if you remember when we did the Invoice Me for the microphone as well, that one too was, Robots in Disguise wasn't going to let you know it was a 6% beer, but it was a 6% beer. And again, a lot of the time, these really hazy pales, they do creep up on you. They really do, because they're so easy to drink, because they're just like...
Just fruity,
it's like, that's like drinking juice. You could have that...
For breakfast.
For breakfast.
What?
Yeah. What? And wouldn't bat an eyelid, mate.
No.
Absolutely wouldn't bat an eyelid. Sensational drink. But let's go in with our version. Cheers. Malt Miller's version, not ours. Cheers.
I mean, taste-wise, they're so similar.
Spot on, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
This is why I love doing this.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, it's really, really refreshing. It's really
how nice is the mouthfeel as well?
Yeah,
it's so smooth.
Yeah.
This is at 10 psi.
It's really low.
In my kegerator, which is set to 4 degrees. Because like 10 psi in your fridge would be more highly carbonated, because your fridge is like -6 or whatever it is. So yeah, it's 10 psi at 4 degrees, and I think that temperature for this beer is really good as well. Because any colder, and you'd start to
lose the flavour.
Lose the flavour.
Yeah.
But this is spot on. Mouthfeel's fantastic. Really soft, pillowy. There's a loads of information about the water chemistry. So the fly, water chemistry on the recipe, which I completely ignored, and then just used the Verdant Sundialer water profile, which I've already got saved in the Grainfather app that I use.
You know it works.
And I know it works for hazies, and I've done it for Verdant recipes, for the Sundialer one, even Sharks Need Water. I've done it for Invoice Me for Microphone. I used it for Boss Nipa, and I used it for It's Pronounced Nipa as well. Worked fantastic on all of them. Why mess with perfection?
Yeah, absolutely.
So there is a lot of other information on there if you are so inclined that you want to try and replicate it even more perfectly than we've done here. You can do, but we didn't have to.
Yeah.
This, I think, has done it absolutely the bollocks, basically.
So smooth, yeah.
Yeah. And flavour-wise, like if we read the side of the can, heavy use of Simcoe and a pinch of Strata brings layers of mango, bright lemon, fresh OJ, and a hint of frosty pine needles.
100%.
100%.
Yeah,
100% on
getting everything of all them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great. And, you know, the lemon, it has got like a nice zing in there, a nice zip, which probably isn't something that you'd normally, because normally when you get a beer and it's really citrus heavy, people are thinking like...
Radler.
orange, like really heavily orange, but it's not so much the lemon that's prominent. But with this, you can taste that like zip.
What do you think more? Zip. What is in the citron? You get more of the piffy, the skinniness. Though.
Yeah.
Right, but now it's actually that not tang. Yeah.
But really, really nice. And I think again, it's in the 9s. It's god tier for me. This is right up my alley, mate.
Yeah. I'm going to give it a 9 as well.
Yeah, in the 9s for me, mate. Not just a 9.
Sorry, go on. What
not
are you going to give
it? A 9.5.
Oh, what a day for it as well.
I know.
Just it's not a cloud in well.
Not as hot as our last review day, which was the hottest day of the year. We were up close to 30s on that one, I think, weren't we? Probably 24, 25 now today.
But we had a nice crisp Kolsch for that, didn't we?
We did. Sorry, this is all we've got. Price-wise, now, obviously, there's a lot of hops that go into it. Well, there's 2 packets of yeast. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of, it's quite, it's almost 6%, so there's a good chunk of malt going in there.
Yeah.
And there's a huge amount of hops.
Yeah.
Huge amount of hops. Like I say, it's like 340 grams dry hop. Plus there was a chunky Whirlpool hop addition as well. Yeast, the actual base price of the kit is 60. Yeast was £8 something on top for the yeast that I chose, so 68 quid, so £1.95 a pint. I managed to get a. It was a little one. I managed to get pretty much a full keg, so I'm going to say 19 litres, 35 pints.
Okay.
That I got. I know from chatting to James at the Malt Miller, I think he only managed to get, from the batch that he did, maybe 16 or 17 litres out of it.
Oh, right.
Because you will lose a lot of the beer from absorption from the dry hop addition.
Yeah.
And if you dump the yeast, if you're capable of dumping the yeast when you dump the yeast, obviously you're going to lose some liquid when you dump the yeast as well.
Yeah. What did you do that he didn't?
Spoiler alert, I didn't dump the yeast.
Yeah.
And I just added the dry hops in. But also our efficiency that we get on the Grainfather is slightly higher than what he gets. And because I hadn't changed the recipe at all, we ended up with higher volume going into the fermenter,
right?
But still hit the gravity numbers.
Okay.
So whereas they might have only got, so say for example, the recipe said it was going to get 23 litres in, I might have got 24 litres in or 25 litres in, but hit all the gravity numbers and then came out with 19 litres in the keg.
Win-win.
So still tastes spot on.
Yes.
Fantastic beer. But yeah, £1.95 a pint.
How much is it for a can?
The can on the Malt Miller is £6.20.
Okay.
So we're less than a third of the price of the can.
Which is good. I mean, but one of the things we were saying, because we've done obviously a couple of beers quite recently. Now, I know the kits that they used were the brew with me.
Brewed in a box.
Brewed in a box. Yeah. Which obviously they are the more economical range.
Yeah.
But they were coming out at about 70p, 80p. And when you compare that to what you might buy, well, actually saying that,
because that's what you buy
a bottle of beer.
But if you buy a bottle of beer to drink at home,
I suppose it's only £2, isn't it?
Yeah. So what we're doing is we're paying a third of the price for a can of beer that we're drinking at home, like in a pub. I mean, I don't know how much it'd be for a pint of that in a pub. Probably £8.
God, yeah, jeez.
8, 9 quid maybe.
Make your eyes water, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I know.
It'd make you come home and just get it on draft in your own house.
And that's the thing. That's the beauty of this, isn't it? So I can. Because I would drink this in my local and I would pay the 8 or 9 quid for a pint. I would. You've seen me do it. Right?
Yeah.
But I can just come home and I can have it here on tap. It's mega.
Yeah, and have a fresh pizza.
Yeah.
Okay, so, when I actually thought about that, because I was thinking about price of a pint in the pub, so I paid £5.40 for a pint of Kronenberg in a pub in the suburbs in Chester.
Really?
There's a local pub to us, and it's owned by the community, and I can get a pint of Staroparma £4.80. Sports games on everything, but my friend who lived closer went, can we come to this other pub because it's closer and it's not owned by the community and stuff like that. No Staroparma, and I went, guilty pleasure, out the shit beers, Kronenberg's my favourite, I'll have a pint of that. It's £5.40. I was like,
it's not even a great beer though, is it? It's fine. It's fine. It's better than Madry.
But if it was in the centre, I would accept that.
Yeah.
But on the outskirts, I still don't think they should be breaking the fiver.
And
Guinness was £4.80, and I was like, how was Guinness £4.80 and this is £5.40?
Yeah. Rating on price though, we're digressing here.
Sorry, I did.
Yes, it's expensive, especially if you go down the liquid yeast route. It would be 80 something pound for the kit then. But what you're getting is a really, really, really fucking premium product.
Yeah.
At the other end.
All right, I'm going to give it an 8.5.
Yeah.
Which is still very good.
Yeah. And you struggle to go higher just because it is really expensive, isn't it?
I can't do it.
And I think it's fair, 8.5, and it's scoring really, really highly on everything else. Which brings us on to sessionability. Now this is a 5.8% beer, which tastes like a 4% beer.
Maybe not that, maybe 5 or something like that. But yeah, it's got, I mean, a finished ours.
I could easily sit on this all night. I put this keg on last night because like I said, I kegged it on.
Sleeping in a different room from the farts.
I kegged it on Tuesday, and so I've got like fridges in the shed at the bottom of the garden where I'll condition beer in the shed. I could have conditioned it in the kegerator in there, but the temptation for me to just put it on tap earlier would have been far too great, and I would have drank half a keg by now.
Well,
because it is so easy to drink.
Well, now we've done the review. How long is that going to last now?
A week.
How many hit pints have we got for it?
No, I mean I had a couple last night.
Oh, okay.
I had a couple last night.
Testing.
Yeah. I've got to pull it through the line.
Yeah, of course.
And test it, make sure the carbonation's right, get the serving pressure okay.
How many did you have last night?
I had 4. For research.
Okay. Well, for me, I would 6. For me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is 5.8%. That's on a very hoppy beer.
Yeah.
It's a lot for me.
I could probably have. I mean, I had 4 last night, but I didn't put it on until 10 o'clock. So. Wife had gone to bed. And I said, I'm just going to put this on. I'll have 1.
I think you could do 10.
I reckon I could do 10. I reckon I could. 10 pints of that. When it's there and easy, 10.
Yeah, and it's one of them when you get up to go to bed and you just fall over, hit your leg on the side of the bed.
No. I do the Mark Rogers classic, mate.
What's that?
Sleep on the sofa.
Fuck off, do you?
Yeah, if I get pissed, I'll just fall asleep on the sofa. Do you not do that?
No.
What do you do when Liverpool win football?
I just throw up on the table and then put my clothes in the washing machine and go to bed. Put it on a spin.
Yeah, I could do 10 of that, mate. I could 100% do 10 of that. It's just so easy to drink. And also, it's not gassy. It's not gassy at all, is it? It's like so smooth. Pillowy.
Delicious.
Yeah.
Good job.
So for anyone that's interested, here is the oyster score for this beer. I reckon that is going to be off the charts. I don't know what the score is now because I'm not counted, but that is going to be a high score.
What is our current reigning champion?
Couldn't tell you because you haven't updated the website in a year.
Who goes on the website?
No one, because there's no updated scores on there.
Put on the comments if I updated the website, how many of you would visit it regularly? And if it's worthwhile, maybe I'll do it.
Well, if I knew what all the scores were, mate, I could put a little animation on the screen when something goes top. But you'd have to update the score chart. But anyway, there's your score. Smash like, hit subscribe. There's a link in the description down below to buy this. And there's also links throughout the video and in the description down below to go and watch the Malt Miller's videos about this beer. And there's some really great information from the guys at DEYA as well. So go and check those out. But I think that's pretty much it for us, isn't it?
Yep.
So smash like, hit subscribe. I'll catch you on the next one. Oysters out.